Good Friday night as we welcome you into Stoll Gymnasium along with studio producer and engineer Rachel Fox at the KHAZ studios and our digital producer and engineer Harrison Brent. I'm Jonathan Swigert as we bring you TMP-Marian basketball on 99.5 KHAZ and online at HaysPost.com. On Tuesday, the TMP-Marian Monarch boys, the top seed in the 3A Norton sub-state, would take down the Beloit Trojans 51-35, despite playing without their leading scorer in Jackson Schulte, as they picked up another victory and advanced on to the sub-state title game. In this title game, they'll face the Phillipsburg Panthers, a team that is the number 4 seed in this 3A sub-state, and a team coming off a narrow win over the Goodland Cowboys on Tuesday. Tonight marks the 10th time over the last 3 years that TMP and Phillipsburg have met on the hardwood, while the Monarchs have won 6 in a row, including one earlier this year in Phillipsburg and also in last year's first round of the 3A Hoisington sub-state. In the first game of the night tonight, it was the Minneapolis Lions rallying from down 13 in the first half to knock off the host Norton Blue Jays and advance on to tomorrow's championship game tomorrow afternoon here in Norton. The winner of this one between the Monarchs and the Panthers will take on the Minneapolis Lions for the right to take on or to go to the 3A state tournament. We're going to take a quick time out here on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. We'll come back with the thoughts of Coach Bill Mayer on the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship of the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications. When you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at compareMyCoverage.com.
More of our pregame show from Norton. We're joined now by Coach Bill Mayer. His thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. And Coach, you get a nice first round win over the Beloit Trojans. Short-handed, but your guys were able to pick up that victory and move on.
Yeah, really proud of our guys that night. Again, we were down a number of guys, and like we've preached all season long, adversity and next guy up. Had a lot of guys step up and make plays, and ended up having a good game. Yeah,
and it seems like every time we talk, it's that's kind of the theme, as your guys are able to find a way to overcome and have the mental toughness and ability to kind of overcome whatever comes their way.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you love about this group and these guys is that they handle adversity really well and just continue, again, like you said, to find a way. And
defensively, you guys seemed like you got after them pretty good. Obviously, they're a tough team because they want to shoot threes, but it seemed like you guys really were able to shut them down and get after them.
Yeah, and I was impressed with Beloit. Our guards, oftentimes we tried to heat them up. They looked young, and we thought we could do some stuff, but it turns out they ended up with only 7 turnovers on the night. So, you'd have to say they did a great job of taking care of the ball. I thought our bigs did a really good job, and rebounding was really the difference in that game. And those guys, between the 4 post guys, it was a good rebounding game.
Yeah, and that's something that your guys do a really good job of, and it's not just from the bigs, also the guards. I know Cade does a good job. He's so super athletic, and so he can get down there and help rebound. It seems like that it doesn't matter what guard it is, that you guys do a good job of rebounding from all 5 spots.
Yeah, we've really tried to emphasize this year the rebounding side. We thought that was an area that we could improve in, and you're right. We've got some guys that are really strong from the guard type position that we think can get down there and get a few of those. And Cade had 11 the other night, which is just unbelievable from a guard position. And so that's something we're going to continue to build on. It's amazing if you can get a few extra possessions and limit their possessions, how at the bottom line that matters so much.
Got a matchup with the Phillipsburg Panthers, second time around with them in just a few weeks. It seems like that's kind of a theme when you play Phillipsburg, is they play them real close together. We talk about tie sides makes them go, but what all overall stands out for them?
Well, just again, like we always say, and this is the theme of the MCL, well-coached team, great athletes. They play together. They play hard. They're going to play with a lot of pride. Ty Sides is a special player, but he's not the only guy on there that plays really well. And they'll have a plan, and they'll play us really, really tough tonight. And if we're not, on our game and executing our game plan, then like every single night, that's a night we can get beat.
I don't know if we talked about it before. Unlike the previous years, they don't really have a traditional post player, but they still have some guys who have posted up the last time out. I know Jeremy Ford, was able to post up and get some buckets inside. So while they don't have a typical big guy like they've had in the past, they still have that presence inside.
Yeah, and that's part of the challenge for us tonight is taking advantage of that. And I don't know that we did as well last time of doing that, except I think Dylan had 25 against him last time. So, I think he definitely established in that second half that position. They're going to try to pull our bigs out on the perimeter and put them in uncomfortable spots. We're going to try to pound it inside and put them in an uncomfortable spot. One of us will execute that better than the other, and I think that will really be the difference in tonight.
And finally, what do you got to do to get a victory?
Well, that's part of it. Is I think it's got to be an inside-out game again tonight. I think that we need to make sure that we continue to rebound the ball, get ourselves some extra possessions, and then part of it too is just handle pressure. Sub-state, no matter who you're playing, no matter what you've done, if you beat them or not beat them, every single night everybody plays differently and the possessions go differently, and so we just got to handle that pressure.
All right, good luck. We'll chat with you afterwards.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
A lot more after this here on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
More of our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show from Stoll Gymnasium in Norton, side of this 3A sub-state semifinal matchup between the TMP-Marian Monarch boys and the Phillipsburg Panthers. As we welcome you back on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show, Monarchs and the Panthers matching up in this one. TMP has won 6 straight over the Panthers and 12 of the last 9 contests. Real quickly before we take a look at this matchup of the Phillipsburg Panthers, let's get a look around the Mid-Continent League. Our look around the MCL brought to you by HayesPost.com. So the matchup earlier tonight saw the Norton Blue Jays lead the Minneapolis Lions for almost the entire contest. They had as large as a 13-point lead at one time, but it would be Minneapolis who would outlast the Norton Blue Jays for that victory as they rallied. And Norton had a look at it towards the end, but would come up short in that matchup. So that means that will mean that the Minneapolis Lions have advanced on to take on the winner of our game here between the TMP-Marian Monarchs and the Phillipsburg Panthers. Elsewhere from the Mid-Continent League, real quickly, by the way, that final was 53-50. It was a 3-point game in which Norton had a look toward the end there, but came up short. So again, 53-50, the final in that one. Elsewhere tonight out of the 1A Division I ranks, the Stockton boys still alive in the Osborne sub-state. They're taking on Rock Hills. Rock Hills is the 2 seed out of Mankato. So the Stockton boys staying alive there in the postseason. On the sub-state semifinal matchups earlier this week, that was on Thursday night in the 2A sub-state. Hoxie, the top seed, beat Hill City 53-47, and Ellis, the number 3 seed, knocked out the 2 seed Trigo by 10. So still alive to face each other in the boys' sub-state championship game there in 2A in Waukene. Tomorrow will be Hoxie and Ellis. Should be a good one there. The girls matchup from yesterday saw the Phillipsburg girls beat Norton here in the semifinals. And, of course, the TMP Lady Monarchs outlasted Goodland, winning 48-46. So it will be Phillipsburg who won 49-36 over Norton and TMP in tomorrow's girls 3A sub-state championship here from the Stoll Gymnasium in Norton. By the way, in 2A action in girls, just another quick look around the Mid-Continent League. Trigo takes on Hoxie, and Smith Center meeting Ellis. That game already, I believe, is over, so we'll get you that score here in just a little bit as part of our HayesPost.com scoreboard update. But again, the boys on the Mid-Continent League side still with TMP and also then Phillipsburg in 3A still alive, and then of course Norton falling earlier today. So they have their season come to an end. That's been a quick look around the MCL, or look around the MCL, brought to you by HayesPost.com. School activities teach students discipline, teamwork, and dedication while providing them with structured, supervised learning activities. Encourage your son and daughter to take part in school activities. Participation opens the door to a lifetime of enjoyment and excitement. Kansas State High School Activities Association, Eagle Radio, and HayesPost.com encourages you to make activities and academics curriculum partners. Time for us now to take a look at the Phillipsburg Panthers as part of Phillipsburg Panthers. They enter the contest at 10-11. They're 5-6 in the Mid-Continent League, and again, coming off of that, it ended up being a 48-39 win over Goodland. Tie sides for Phillipsburg, led the way with 23 points, and they have won 3 of their last 4, but did lose 4 straight before that, and 2 of those losses belong to Hoxie, the number 2 team in class, or the number 1 class team in 2A, and then TMP part of that 4-game losing streak as well. By the way, this series, as I mentioned, this marks the 10th meeting in the last 4 years between these two programs. TMP has won 6 straight, including a 57-44 win earlier this year, in which tie sides would held to just 8 points. It was only he was only held single figures in 2 games, and went 0-2 did the Phillipsburg Panthers, losing to both Ellis and TMP, in which he was held under 10 points. That's a quick look at the Phillipsburg Panthers here in our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show. The Monarchs and the Panthers get set to match up here in this one. Take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Phillipsburg Panthers as part of our opponent breakdown, and we'll continue to get you set for this matchup. It's the Monarchs and the Panthers set to do battle here from Stoll Gymnasium. It's the sub-state semifinals, and the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
More of our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame shows. We welcome you back into Stoll Gymnasium in Norton, side of this 3A sub-state semifinal matchup. Earlier in our pregame show, we heard from Coach Bill Mayer. His thoughts on the pregame show brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See Shelter Agent Dustin Shoemaker for details. Monarchs and the Panthers do battle here in this sub-state semifinal matchup, but it seems like you can say that quite a bit, as these two teams are definitely no stranger to each other, having met in the first round of sub-state a year ago. TMP would just outlast the Panthers, winning by 4, 42-38. For the Phillipsburg Panthers, that, by the way, in Hayes. For Phillipsburg, their last trip to the semifinals was 2019. That was at that Hoisington Sub-State, in which they were ranked among the top teams all year long, and then got upset in the semifinals by Smoky Valley. TMP would go on to beat Smoky Valley in the Hoisington Sub-State, and then go on to the state tournament, in which they would knock off the number 1 seed and finish 4th in that run back in 2019. For TMP, they've won their last 6 sub-state semifinals, including including, as I mentioned, that matchup with the Phillipsburg Panthers. They also won on that buzzer beater a year ago in Beloit, in which Lucas Langwood knocked down a three-pointer to beat Hoisington in that game winner. They have won 3 straight and making it in a 4th. They've won their last 6 sub-state semifinals, but they have made it in 3 straight and now 4 straight here this year. Monarchs, so we take a look at the starting lineups here in this one. We'll go back to their full starting lineup, original starting lineup, as they are healthy once again after being without 3, including their leading scorer, Jackson Schulte, the last time out. So the Monarchs and Coach Bill Mayer will go with Lucas Lang. Lang, the 5'10 senior, along with Jace Wentling, the 6'1 junior. Right side, the 5'11 junior, Jackson Schulte, the 6'1 senior, and then Dylan Worth is the 6'6 sophomore. Coach mentioned it in the pregame show. Worth had 25 points in the win over Phillipsburg the last time these two teams met, and he had 22 in the win over Beloit. It's the Monarchs and the Phillipsburg Panthers set to do battle here in this matchup this evening. So the Monarchs come in as the number 1 seed at 18-4. Meanwhile, Phillipsburg, the number 10-11 in this 3A sub-state, with the winner advancing on to take on the Minneapolis Lions after they were able to rally for a win over the Norton Blue Jays. We're still a couple of moments away from the start of this one. We're going to take our final break of the Hertz Rental Car pregame show, and when we come back, we will get the start of this one as the Monarchs take on the Phillipsburg Panthers. The Redeem Designs Road to a Championship, and the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Nextech, get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marion, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HayesPost.com.
Before the start of our matchup. And we get our national anthem here before the start of our matchup here in this one as we welcome you aboard. Real quickly before we continue along, we owe you a station break here at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, so let's pause for 10 seconds for station identification on the Monarchs Sports Network.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
And we welcome you aboard, and this one should be a good one as these two teams are no strangers to each other. The Monarchs will be in their road white home white uniforms, and they'll sit down to our right. Meanwhile, Phillipsburg will be in those road dark blue uniforms with the Panthers across the front, and we're ready to go. That Panther in the old gold. That's our uniform update brought to you by Phase 2. Phillipsburg will play it to Keaton on that left side as we'll get you the starters for Phillipsburg as we move along here. Right side, Joel Ford looking for his trim brother Jeremy on the inside, but instead they'll swing it left side for sides. Ty drives, now kicks it for Jeremy Ford again. Trying to post up as Devin Johnson, got free on the low block, working against Whitling. Spins into the lane and fires the shot, but it's off the window, and the rebound cleared out of there by Dylan Worth. That should be a good matchup inside as the bucket's off the mark for Phillipsburg. Here's a pass, Worth right side. 3 rattles home for Lucas Lang as he gives TMP a quick 3-0 lead. Lang has hit double-figure rebounds, at least 3 or more this season in 9 games for TMP as they take a 3-0 lead. He had 22 in the win over Beloit the other night. Driving is Johnson, and he has it thrown away. Ball on the deck, saved by Whitling into the hands of Worth. Worth got a piece of it, and then Whitling was able to keep it alive for TMP. Leading 3-0. They'll post up Worth on the right low block, draws the double to the elbow to Whitling, and now back to Seib and Jackson Schulte back out there. Here's Lang with it. He rattled home that 3 in between the rings. Okay, at left side for Jackson Schulte, who's back out there after missing that Beloit game. Inside, Whitling goes up and flips it home. Jace caught it in the air and just flipped it home. He makes it a 5-0 start as Whitling gets it inside, and now we're going to get a blocking foul down the floor called on TMP, and 2 free throws coming for Ty Sides. Just as quickly as TMP scored, Sides wasted no time getting down the floor and drawing that blocking foul, and that's one of those where, unfortunately for TMP, Sides was in a terrible position. It's actually Kagan Keaton on a pass from Sides, and Keaton leaves the first free throw short. TMP leads 5-0. Lang and Whitling on the 2 buckets so far for TMP. Ethan Miller, the 6'2 sophomore, will check in for the first time. Coach Keith Sides, his 19th year as the head coach, Phillipsburg Panthers. Second free throw is well short, doesn't touch the rim, and back to TMP. So the Monarchs out to a 5-0 start, 6:31 to go here in this opening quarter. Monarchs with Seib, Whitling, Lang, Schulte, and Worth, the 5 on the floor. Dylan's calling for it. They missed him inside. He'll pop to the left short corner here, out near the three-point arc, all the way out near the three-point arc. Now here's a wide open pass inside for Bryce Seib. They ran it to perfection, and Seib got a back pick and laid it home. 7-0 TMP with the lead. Bryce was wide open inside, and the Monarchs have made their first 3 field goals and lead 7-0 as we close in on 6 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Ford working against Worth, has it blocked inside. Rebound down into the hands of Miller, but he has it altered by Worth as well. And here comes TMP's Bryce Seib. Right side, Schulte. Now Lang with it. Kicks it for Bryce Seib, left side. He's cut off on the drive. Lang finds Schulte. Off a screen, straight on. And now Seib will go get it and set up the offense for TMP. Inside, Worth against the double team. It can't quite rattle it home. That one skipped off. And the rebound cleared out of there for Joel Ford as Ford will race into the front court, finds Sides. Ty lowers his shoulder, and they call a blocking foul. First foul on Lucas Lang. I think if you're Lang, you feel like you're in pretty good position. Sides just lowered that shoulder enough to draw the foul. It'll be the first on TMP. We're making the second on TMP. It's the first on Lucas. Under 5.5 to go here in this first quarter. 7-0 the start for TMP. Here's a kick out for Joel Ford on a 3 that he rattles home. 7-3 the start for TMP as Joel Ford knocks down that 3-pointer. Ford was the leading scorer as TMP will throw it away. Seib and Lang not on the same page. A couple of turnovers in the early going for both teams. Joel Ford was the leading scorer against TMP in that regular season matchup. He had 12. Kagan Keaton chipped in with 11 as Sides was held to just 8 in that contest. Keaton drives, kicks it back to sides. Left side, he'll spin on Lang, go in with the floater, and it's off the heel. No good. He'll tip it right into the hands of Side. TMP, or Side looked to run, and now he'll set up the offense. Bounce pass left side to Schulte. Schulte finds Whitling off a screen, and now they kick it right side for Side. They dump it to the post. Worth sees a double coming. His pass too wide for Lang. Ball's on the deck, picked up by Keaton. Now a collision between Side and Side, so they're going to get a pushing foul on TMP's Bryce Side. Side tried to dive for it, and then he ran into Sides. So that'll be 2 on Bryce Side, and Sides had kind of just stopped, and Bryce ran into him. Cade Harris will check in for TMP. It comes with 4:35 to go here in this opening quarter. It's 7-3 TMP with the lead. Ford off a screen, guarded by Schulte. Now it's Sides, got Lang off his feet, wanted to take the 15-footer, the 18-footer, and he stepped through it, banked it home. 5 straight for Phillipsburg. It's 7-5. That time Sides was able to get Lang off his feet. Left side, Schulte, good closeout by Keaton. Now a little step back, pass over the top for Lang. Cade Harris, who had 11 rebounds in the win over Beloit, swings it. Whitlick, now it's Schulte, will drive. Here's Worth with it. Worth goes in strong on the left side and scores it. A 6'6 sophomore, Dylan Worth, who had 25, a career high against Phillipsburg in the win last time, and now all the way to the bucket is Kagan Keaton on the other side as he'll score for the first time. 9-7, Phillipsburg answers right back on a drive. 3:45 and counting here in this first quarter. Schulte left wing 3. This will skip off. Backside rebound, Whitling. Jace will throw it out for Lang. Right side, Harris. Cade finds Worth coming across the lane. Tough catch. Missed the shot. Goes up with his own rebound and will finish. TMP's Dylan Worth with 2 straight field goals. He's got 4. TMP's lead is back to 4 at 11-7. Worth pulls down that offensive rebound. He just stuck with it on the inside. Whitling also got a rebound inside for TMP. Now posting up, leaving it short is Jeremy Ford. He missed that badly. Rebound down to TMP. Whitling finds a cutting Worth, who will go down, and they say he traveled with it. TMP with a couple of turnovers now. Monarchs got it up the floor. Ooh, I don't know. That's awful close. He gets a gather. So it's 11-7. Gavin Unrein will check in for the first time, following the TMP turnover. Back into the game is Johnson. He's got it at the elbow. Hands it for Ethan Leidig, who's in for the first time for the Phillipsburg Panthers. Right side, Joel Ford works the pick and roll with Rodriguez, who's in for the first time, and he rattled it home. Brad Rodriguez, the freshman, makes it 11-9 as he'll rattle home the jumper. TMP started this game up 7-0. Phillipsburg has got it to a 2-point game at 11-9. 2:40 to go here in the quarter. Right side, Lang will pull the trigger on another 3 that's halfway down, and it rattled home. 14-9 as Lucas buried another 3. That one was halfway down. It popped out and then went right back down. 6 in the game for Lang on a couple of first quarter 3s. Rodriguez trying to post up, and he lost it out of bounds. He took his eyes off the bounce pass, which wasn't a great bounce pass from Ford. It'll be the 3rd Phillipsburg turnover. It just didn't bounce the way he thought it was going to. Not sure if there was a little bit of a dead spot on the floor or if that just wasn't a very good bounce, but there was not a lot he could do. He took his eyes off of it, and it kind of carried him a little bit funny. Harris running the point now for TMP. Lang's open right side. Lucas thought about pulling the trigger on another 3. Instead, Harris will drive to Schulte left side. Here's Unrein. Trenton Romy, by the way, checked in a moment ago for TMP. It's Phillipsburg on a zone looking to trap. Harris will drive, kick it right side, offensive foul. Harris got tangled up with Brad Rodriguez inside, and I guarantee you, it's a TMP turnover, their 3rd, and a turnover and a foul on Cade Harris. I guarantee you, after what we've seen in the 2-3 now previous games, if you leave your feet, you're probably going to get called for an offensive foul. It's one too many dribbles. Here's a pick and roll left side. TMP off the turnover, leads by 5 at 14-9, under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Sides too strong on a 3. Leidig had it tipped out of his hands off of Cade Harris, they say. And I will stay with Phillipsburg. 1:44 to go here in this first quarter. TMP led 7-0. Phillipsburg got it to 2 on 2 different occasions, so now trailed by 5 at 14-9. Leidig to key it in left side for Kagan Keaton. Guarded by Schulte. 1:40 to go. Trying to get Ethan Leidig straight on. Good defense by TMP. He was kind of stuck in the Traffic down low. Here's a pass knocked away and stolen. It's Lucas Lang with a steal. They'll get it from Schulte to Lang. Lucas will run up that left side. Stop. Finds Schulte trailing the play. Got the defender off balance. Goes to the free throw line and hit it with some contact. They switched home the jumper even with some contact on that jumper. Schulte with his first field goal. Monarchs lead 16-9. As they look to post up Johnson. Blocked by Romy, and they're going to call a foul. Trenton working against Johnson inside. That's Devin Johnson inside. The rule is if you go straight up, he brought his arms down just enough. And the free throw too strong. So Devin Johnson, after the first foul on Trenton Romy, misses that first free throw. Johnson's just a 43% free throw shooter. They only are a 55% free throw shooting team. 1:12 to go, first quarter. TMP leads by 7 at 16-9. Started the game on a 7-0 run. Johnson will make 1 of 2 at the line. 16-8, TMP with the lead. Harris running the point for the Monarchs as he'll call out the play. Now Phillipsburg will switch back to that zone look. They changed it up. Looks like it's a 1-2-2, could be a 1-3-1. Right side, here's a 3 for Schulte that's too strong off the heel. Trenton Romy nearly had it, and then a rebound down to Phillipsburg's Rad Rodriguez, but he fell down, and so it'll be a travel. Rodriguez, the freshman, called for the travel, and TMP will keep possession on the turnover. 4 turnovers for Phillipsburg in the early going. Schulte to key it in for TMP. Just under 54 seconds to go here in the quarter. They lob it over the top, right near the giant in the middle of the court here at Stoll Gymnasium. Lang will go get it. Now they'll match up man-to-man off to the inbound. Left side, Gavin Unrein with it. Hands it for Schulte as they run the weave. Jackson drives inside, passes for Lang left side, or rather for Harris left side, and Cade will rattle home the long 2. 18-8, TMP leads by 10. Phillipsburg quickly up the floor to Johnson. Spins and has it blocked inside. Good defense. I don't know if Trenton actually blocked it, but he played good enough defense to force the miss. Back to TMP. Great defense that time by Trenton Romy inside. 15 seconds to go here in this first quarter. TMP's Gavin Unrein drives, finds Romy with it. Trenton too strong this time over the top. Ethan Leidig down with the rebound with 8 seconds to go first quarter. Left side, Joel Ford will come up and throw it away. Into the backcourt it'll go in front of Coach Keith Sides, and it's a turnover back to TMP. That is the 5th turnover now for Phillipsburg. And the Monarchs with 1.4 seconds to go here in the first quarter will have the basketball, leading by 8. Unrein to key it in. He finds Schulte. Schulte had it knocked away, and with half a second to go, they'll say it's off of TMP and out of bounds. Sides will come back in for Phillipsburg, replacing Ford. With a half a second to go, 18-10 TMP. Here's the catch at midcourt. Sides will throw it up from half court. He hit it off the glass. 18-10, we head to the second quarter. TMP leads by 8 on the Monarch Sports Network. The Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship on 99.5 KHAZ and at HaysPost.com.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
TMP started the game on a 7-0 run. They lead by 8 through one quarter of action at 18-10. Monarchs start this second quarter with the Worth at the high post. They'll turn, kick it right side for Lang. Lucas will tee up another 3. This will skip off, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rad Rodriguez, and back the other way. Lucas hit a pair of first quarter 3s, but that one rimmed off. Leidig drives left side, sides on a kick out. Got Harris off his spot and then knocked down the 3. 18-11 on the tie sides three. As Phillipsburg gets that three to go. Sides with his first three, and on the other end, it's Worth inside. 6 in the game for Worth for TMP, and they lead 20-11. Sides will drive inside, and he missed the layup. Sides couldn't convert on the layup, and Whitling down with a TMP rebound. Up the floor, it's Worth again, and he'll score with some contact. Could have been a three-point play. Back-to-back Worth field goals inside. TMP's lead is 22-13 with 7 minutes to go here in this first half. Monarchs started the game on a 7-0 run. That student section down to our right has been loud the entire time since we got here. 6:45 and counting in this first half. Lang nearly forced Leidig into double dribble. Almost looked like he cupped that basketball. Rodriguez has it left side. And now Lang will switch off on tie side. 6:35 to go, first half. TMP leads 22-13. Led by 10 once in that first quarter. Sides off a screen will go down, and he's going to draw a foul. So a blocking foul as Sides contorted his body enough to get a foul. They call it on Whitling. I think Jace's body language says enough. That's a tough call to take. Sides got out up into the air, then twisted his body to draw the foul. If you're Jace, I'm not really sure what else you're supposed to do. So he just stood there and let Sides hit him. But it's a foul. It's the first and the 6th already on TMP. Jeremy Ford's back out there. Of course, Jeremy missed a good chunk of this game with concussion and concussion-like symptoms, or this season rather. Now driving in and drawing the foul will be Joel Ford. That's already the 7th team foul on Phillipsburg. They'll shoot free throws the rest of the way with 6:14 to go here in this second quarter. They're in the bonus. TMP over the limit. That's the first on Worth. Phillipsburg hunts bodies when they drive, trying to drive the contact. They shoot a lot of free throws. Ford comes up short on that one. Ford knocked down a 3 in that first quarter. So if you're TMP, you kind of have to just stand your ground and not try to to block any shots. Ford will make 1 of 2. 4 in the game for him. It's 22-14 in favor of TMP with 6:10 to go here in this first half. Harris is running the point for the Monarchs with Bryce Seib in foul trouble with 2 in that first quarter. Monarchs, Harris takes a peek at Coach Mayer down to our right. Cade will put it on the deck, drive, little hesitation, dump it inside for Worth. Tough catch on the left side, and he got held. I believe that's the Bronx cheer from the Monarch faithful in blue all around us after that's the first foul on Phillipsburg, and now Schulte gets held, and 2 in a row called on, they called it on a TMP. So they call Worth for an illegal screen. He absolutely stuck out his left knee and hooked the defender. But Schulte got held before that. So the foul on Worth will give him 2. He'll have to check out, and Gavin Unrein comes back in. TMP leads 22-14. 5:45 to go here in this first half. Keegan hands it for Joel Ford. Now to Sides with it. Little hesitation, drives in, lost it, stolen, and they call a foul. So Lang will be called for the blocking foul. More free throws. And now the official into the lane with a quick word, as Sides will shoot a 1-on-1. And Sides knocks down the free throw. That foul on Lang gives him 2. And Sides at the line for the first time. Second Sides free throw is good. 22-16 on a couple of Sides free throws. Harris against the pressure to Whitling. Jace hands it for Unrein. Gavin into the lane. Gavin dumps it right side, and Jace will score it on the right low block. Gavin Unrein has done a great job. He had 4 assists in that win over Beloit. That time he set up Whitling 22-16. As that time Miller nearly lost it, guarded by Unrein. They'll post up Ford. Jeremy with the left-handed hook shot left it short, and Whitling down with a rebound. 5:05 to go in this first half. Right side, Schulte won't shoot the three. He's going to drive in, and it's going to be a blocking foul. Jeremy Ford tried to stand in and draw the offensive foul. And everybody in that Monarch blue held their breath. Jackson was able to slide just to the shoulder of Ford. And the first free throw is good. Schulte with 3 here in the first half. And that foul on Jeremy Ford is his first. 25-16. TMP with the lead. Second free throw is good. Schulte, a 79% free throw shooter, buries a pair. 26-16 TMP again. Leads by 10. This matches their largest lead of the contest. They led at 18-8. Here's a backside lob for Ford. Jeremy, tough catch, goes up and nearly scores it over Jace Whitling. That's the case of if you jump with the shooter, but then you bring down your arm, you're going to get called for the foul. It's a foul, as Whitling will pick up 2. So Ford will shoot 2. As he makes the first one. I started to say earlier, he dealt with those concussion-like symptoms and did not play from the MCL tournament until early in February when TMP played them. So he was out a couple of weeks. But it was good to see him back out there, and he played pretty well against TMP. He finished with 8 in that matchup. And he knocks down a pair of free throws here. TMP briefly led by 10 again. And now here's a steal by Sides, and he'll go in and lay it home. Sides with Phillipsburg scoring 2 back-to-back, or well, it's 4 straight. It's 2 free throws and then the bucket. Now TMP up the floor. Unrein lost it. Ball's on the deck. Fight for it. Romy, and he can't come out of there with it. Back-to-back TMP turnovers. It's 26-20, so they get 4 quick points. Sides again will drive into the lane. Got all the way to the bucket. Scores it again. Coach Mayer wants a timeout. It's 26-22. A 6-0 spurt to get it to 4 for the Phillipsburg Panthers. They get the 2 free throws, and they get back-to-back turnovers. Still on the inbounds, and then the steal on the front court as well. So 4:22 to play here in this first half. TMP led by 10 twice in the first half, at 18-8 at the end of 1, and 26-16 here in this second quarter. But now, Phillipsburg on a 6-0 run, get it back to 4 at 26-22. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Next Tech, Midwest Synergy, Gibbs Auto Supply, Steel Fabrications, and Heartland Building Center. Of course, our Monarch Sports Network is always powered by Herman Physical Therapy. Out of the timeout, Phillipsburg with Rodriguez, Keaton, Johnson, Sides, and the twin Joel Ford. Meanwhile, for TMP, it's Romy, Unrein, Lang, Harris, and Schulte. TMP with Whitling and Worth on the bench with 2. Have to find a way to weather the storm. Lucas Lang also has a couple in this first half. Against the pressure, Schulte will get it across the timeline. Here's Harris with it. Cade will stop, hand it left side for Schulte, and now it's Lang. As they play catch, they'll swing it right side for Unrein. Harris with it on that baseline. Finds Lang off a screen. Thought about shooting it. Here's a lob over the top for Schulte. 1 dribble to Unrein. Gavin was ready to attack that right side, or this left side. Now here's bounce pass. Schulte for 3. That's good. Jackson buries his first 3 of the contest. He has 7. 29-22. Sides to answer. No, it'll skip off. Harris rips down the rebound for TMP. Cade outlet left side for Lang as they look to push. Harris had 11 rebounds in the matchup against Beloit. He's got a couple here. Lang on a kick out 3, halfway down and out. And the rebound cleared by Joel Ford. TMP makes that as here's a travel on the other end as Johnson got down the floor in a hurry, but could not avoid the travel. Sides with a good look up the floor. But Johnson knew he was about to travel, and so it'll be a Phillipsburg turnover. Their 7th. 3:31 to go first half. TMP leads by 7 again, 29-22. They break the press. They don't have numbers with Unrein and Romy up the floor. Now they'll stop, kick it for Schulte on that right side on a pass from Lang. There's Unrein with it. One hard dribble, gives it up to Lang. Lucas into the circle, has his pass deflected, but Cade tracks it down. Now it's Schulte with it. Left side, Lang. 3:10 to go here in this second quarter. TMP on top by 7, 29-22. Now, right side, Harris will drive, kick it for Romy. Trenton slides in, and no contact, and then now they're going to call late foul. We're going to get 2 free throws for Trenton Romy. Rad Rodriguez was the one who got the foul. And I don't fault an official for waiting or a late call other than Rodriguez has hit the deck, and that was a dangerous situation where Trenton could have hurt himself falling on top of Rodriguez or vice versa. It's the first free throw from Romy is off the mark. There was contact for sure. 3 minutes to go, first half. Romy missed the first one. Second free throw for Trenton is halfway down and out. Ethan Leidig just checked back in for Phillipsburg with the basketball. Up that left side. Finds Rodriguez with it, and now sides in between the circles. 2:50 to go, first half. TMP leads by 7, 29-22. TMP tried to advance on the sub-state championship game against Minneapolis. Leidig in between the circles. TMP switched it up now. So Monarchs got a matchup here. Left side with it, Leidig. Now Sides with it. Sides will drive into the lane. Euro step past the defender, go up and draw a foul on the pass inside as more free throws. Devin Johnson draws the foul. Romy picks up the foul. It's a foul inside. It is a foul on Romy. It's his second. It's Johnson, who made 1 of 2, will shoot the first one and knock it home. Evan Johnson with 2 points. He's a 43% free throw shooter. It's 29-23. And for the first time is Jesse Blackburn, a 5'11 sophomore for Phillipsburg. Second free throw for Johnson is good. He didn't look like a 43% free throw shooter yet. He's made 3 of 4. 29-24. TMP with Unrein across the timeline against that pressure. Gavin for Harris. Cade will kick it right side for Lang. Lucas will drive in, up and under, he scores it. Good attack for the 5'10 senior. 8 in the first half for Lang. 31-24. Lucas able to knife in, left side. Sides trying to answer, left a 3 short. Unrein down with a rebound. TMP with Schulte, and they traveled with it. Well, they're calling for a carry. Schulte didn't have the basketball, tried to put it on the floor. And unfortunately, he left without the basketball. He never got it on the deck. It's the 9th TMP turnover. Phillipsburg with 2 minutes to go in this first half. 31-24. Here's Sides with a deep straight on 3. Short off the front iron. Trenton Romy down with a rebound. Unrein wants it. They'll push up the floor left side. Harris's pass deflected, then he tipped it in the hands of Unrein. Lang was open and slipped a little bit. Kicks it left side. Schulte for 3. They don't switch home. Schulte with a huge 3, his second of the first half. He's already into double figures with 10. 34-24 as they once again lead by 10 on that 3 for Jackson Schulte. 129 and counting in this first half. Schulte knocks down his second first half 3, and that was a big one. Right side, Leidig with it. Side straight on. Side's going to put it on the floor. Kick it left side for Blackburn. Jesse had it poked away, and it's into the hands of Rodriguez on the baseline. He'll put up the floater, missed the shot, rebound to Blackburn, and he'll score. TMP gives up the offensive rebound, and Jesse Blackburn was in the right spot at the right time to get that one to go. 34-26. TMP still with the lead. Lang, left side, Schulte, back-to-back 3s. This will skip off no good. And the rebound down to Leidig. That looked like that was going in as Leidig comes down with his 3rd rebound here in the first half. TMP has a couple of 3s each from Lang and Schulte. Leidig trying to light one up here for himself. No, it'll skip off on a 3 from the left wing. Schulte down with his first rebound. He got it up the floor to Lang. Then he took a peek at the clock with 35 seconds to go in the first half. TMP's lead is 8 at 34-26. Lang on that right wing out in front of the giant Norton logo in front of the rather large Phillipsburg student section. Now Schulte with 17. Takes a peek at Coach Mayer down to our right. Now at 13. Coach Mayer rather marks out the play. Right side for Harris. Harris as they get it off to Lang. Unrein will go in. They find Schulte to beat the buzzer right side from 12. He left it short. It was actually just a little bit short before the buzzer. The Monarchs on a pretty good look at it, but can't quite get it to go at the end of this first half. 34-26 in favor of TMP. They started the game on a 7-0 run and dealt with adversity in the first half with two bigs who set much of that second quarter. TMP leads by 8, 34-26 as we head to the halftime break on our Sports Network and the Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship on HaysPost.com and 99.5 KHAZ.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
6. At halftime, the TMP-Marian Monarchs on top of the Phillipsburg Panthers by the score of 34-26 as we welcome you back into Stoll Gymnasium on our halftime show brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Good first half for both teams. TMP opened the game on a 7-0 run. Phillipsburg would cut the deficit to 2 a handful of times in that first quarter at 9-7, 11-9. Then TMP on a Jackson Schulte field goal would lead again by 7 at 16-9. They led by 8 at the end, or led by 10 actually, on a Cade Harris field goal at the end of the first quarter at 18-8. Then back-to-back Dillenworth's field goals for TMP helped them again take a 10-point lead. They led 22-11 at that 1 point, so by 11, which is their largest lead of the first half. But then Phillipsburg would go on what ended up being a 5-0 run, got the deficit to 6. TMP went quickly, thanks to a couple of, got a Jace Whitling field goal, and got those Jackson Schulte free throws to go up 26-16. And Phillipsburg again with a 6-0 run. This time they got it to 4 at 26-22. Then Schulte knocked down a 3, one of his 2 threes to end the first half. That would put TMP again up by 7. They led by 5 at 29-24. They would get a Lucas Lang field goal and that nice bucket in the inside in which he knifed in for the layup. And then Schulte got another 3 to put TMP up by 10 at 34-24. And then they led here at the break 34-26. So TMP has had the lead, and it's been somewhat of a comfortable lead. Again, starting by 7, but that's really where it's been most of this game. Every time TMP makes a run to get it to 10, Phillipsburg has an answer. as the Monarchs just can't quite pull away. And Phillipsburg, as you know, in this matchup and a rivalry matchup with the winner on to tomorrow's championship game here in the Norton Substate, you know that Panthers aren't going to let the Monarchs pull away. So this has been a good one so far. TMP leads 36-24. Of course, it is halftime, brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. And winter in Kansas is filled with many changes. You get the icy winds, the gentle snows. It's also time to enjoy excitement of the interscholastic activities. Thousands of Kansas high school students need your support and encouragement. Kansas State High School Activities Association, its member schools provide thrills and suspense for a lifetime of memories. See another part of education come to life through interscholastic activities. Public service message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association and Eagle Radio at HayesPost.com. TMP leads here at the break. 34-26. It's the Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
At halftime, TMP on top of Phillipsburg, 34-26, as we welcome you back in on our halftime show. Time for us now to take a quick look at some of the individual scoring in the first half. TMP's Jackson Schulte leads all scores with 10. Lucas Lang, Dylan Worth, both with 8, but both Worth and Whitling, Jace, who had 4, dealt with foul trouble. Lucas also dealt with foul trouble, but he did a good job to play with those 2 fouls and stay in the contest. I mentioned Whitling with 4. He set for a long time in the first half with those 2 fouls, as did Worth. Elsewhere for TMP, Cade Harris with 2. Bryce Seib, who did not play in the second quarter at all because of foul trouble, finished with 2 in that first half. Phillipsburg led by a balanced attack, which you knew it would be. Joel Ford has 4. Ty Sides knocked down a 3. He's got 5 in the first half. Also, Kagan Keaton with 2. Devin Johnson had 3, all at the free throw line. Rod Rodriguez with a couple. Jeremy Ford with 1 at the free throw line as well. So that's a quick recap of the scoring here in the first half. In this first half, TMP makes 14 of what ends up being 29 field goal attempts for 48%. They go 4 of 8 from three-point land for 50%, and the Monarchs shoot 4 free throws in that first half. They go 2 of 4 in the first half. Monarchs on top of Phillipsburg here at the break, 34-26. We'll take our final timeout here of the halftime show. We'll come back with the third quarter. Again, TMP leads 34-26. So Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship of the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
TMP on top by the score of 34-26. As we welcome you back into Stoll Gymnasium, ready to start out this third quarter of action. Phillipsburg, the home team, or the road team, started the game with the basketball. They'll start the third quarter with the basketball as well. Shooting down to our left as we sit up behind the scores table here in Norton. Monarchs will start this third quarter in a little bit of a zone after dealing with foul trouble in that first half, trying to protect the inside presence. Here's a ball that's thrown away. So they tried to dump it inside for Jeremy Ford. It'll be a turnover for Phillipsburg. They turned it over 8 times in that first half, and now they're going to extend their pressure here. A little full court press against TMP. Wentling to key it in, gets Bryce Seib. Bryce will get it to Wentling. Wentling against Jeremy Ford. Get it to Schulte, and now they'll get it across the timeline. 7.5 to go here in this third quarter. TMP with their first offensive possession of the second half. On top 34-26. And they've got the basketball. Right side, it's Lang, got free, finds Wentling. Chase goes in and scores it. Tough basket inside on that left side for Wentling, who's got 6. 36-26 on the bucket for Wentling. Now posting up is Johnson against Wentling. There's a pass to Seib, or rather to Sides. Sides will kick it for Keegan Keaton on the left side, misses the 3. And it Karam's off a deflection into the hands of Dylan Worth. Worth, who set large part of that second quarter because of foul trouble. Able to come away with the rebound, and now they'll dip it inside for Worth on the block, and he scores it with a chance for one more. Worth with a power move on that left low block to put TMP on top 38-26. He draws the foul inside. He's in the double figures with 10. Worth with his 13th double figure game, 13 out of his last 14. And it's his 18th overall. That foul called on Keegan Keaton is his first. Worth to the free throw line, and he misses the free throw. Whitling down with the offensive rebound and a fresh chance for TMP. It's been a little bit of a struggle for Worth at the free throw line. Here's a pass left side. Schulte for 3. This will skip off, and the rebound on the deck and cleared out of there by Ty Sides. Schulte had another pretty good look, but that one will carry him off, and now Sides with it. 6:40 to go, third quarter. TMP leads 38-26. This is their largest lead of the game. Sides drives, left-handed floater. He stuck it off the backside of the rim and got it to go. Sides was 7 in the game. And it's a 10-point TMP lead again at 38-28. Lob inside. Worth against the double. Scores it anyway. Doesn't matter. 12 in the game for Worth. They tried to front him and help from behind, and he scored it with a good pass over the top. 40-28. As Worth has scored back-to-back field goals for TMP. Now they'll try and post up Devin Johnson against Jace Wentling. Turns, faces, one dribble, now kicks it on a pass that was nearly stolen away. It got to Ford, but not before it was deflected by Jackson Schulte. 6 minutes to go here, third quarter. TMP leads by 12. Johnson will pop out in between the circles, kick it right side for Sides. Ty, he's going to put it on the deck, get to the free throw line, pull up, left it short. Ball on the floor, knocked away and stolen. Keaton and Seib collide, and then it's Worth who will come down, draw the foul, and can't score it. That time, Lucas Lang did exactly what Phillipsburg did in the first half. Get in the air or get close to where you're going to gather and hunt for a body. Draw contact, because these officials will call it, and they will reward you for that. Search for somebody. It's the second on Joel Ford. Free throw, good for Lucas Lang. Lang has 9 in the contest for TMP, had 22 in the win over Beloit for TMP on Tuesday. Second Lang free throw will rattle home. Hit off the front of the iron and spun home. He's in the double figures with 10. It's the 9th time he scored a double figures. 42-28. Lang and company on top now by 14. 5.5 to go here in this third quarter. Right side, they go to the short corner. Ford lost it. Good defense in the corner. Ford put it on the deck, and Schulte helped him lose that ball out of bounds. Ford will check out. Keegan Keaton will check out. And Devin Johnson check out. Blackburn, Leidig, and then also Ethan Miller all check in. TMP again, pressure. They'll get it into Seib. Seib finds Lang. He'll race up this near sideline in front of the scores table and Coach Mayer. Down to our right. 5:15 and counting in this third quarter. Right side, Lang popped out on the elbow. Trying to get it to Worth inside. He's posting up against a much shorter Ryder Rodriguez, and Rodriguez just put a forearm into his back. Here's a flash. They missed him again right side. Still they'll swing it to the left wing. Now Schulte's got it. This time he'll dump it inside. Great position. He'll go up, can't score it. He got himself in a good spot, but then turned right to the baseline and missed it over the top. Rodriguez had shoved him in there as he tried to catch it. Hesitation, driving in his sides, and he scores it over Worth. That was a tough shot for Ty Sides. 42-30. TMP has the lead. They'll race into the front court. Sides cut off, finds Lang. Lucas drives to the elbow. Bryce got knocked down. Here's a kick out three for Schulte. It's halfway down and out. He decided to just take it right straight on, but he had it rim out as Rod Rodriguez will pull down the rebound. Sides straight on. He'll take the three and swish it home. 5 straight for Sides. Timeout Phillipsburg. 42-33 after that three. It's back to a 9-point game. Just like when you feel comfortable, Sides rips off 5 in a row. He's into double figures again. Late in the way for Phillipsburg. You just cannot take a breath against Sides and company. You can score in a hurry. For Business Polos Team Gear, your first choice should be Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery. The no minimum order plus quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery just out fine on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. TMP leads by 9. Led by 14 a moment ago. But a little 5-0 spurt for Sides. Out of the timeout, Monarchs still with Worth, Lang, Seib, Wentling, and Schulte with 4:22 to go in this third quarter. This may be the longest that these 5 have been able to play together on the floor at the same time after 2 of them dealt with foul trouble there in that first half. Well, technically 3 did, but Lang did a good job not to get that third foul in that first half, and they let him stay out there. Left side, Seib with it. Here's Wentling. He'll kick it right side for Lang. Lucas had a good first half. He was into double figures. Here's Bryce. He'll go down and score it as he gets knocked to the deck and has a chance at a 3-point play. He tumbled out of bounds, and he adds 2 more to the total, 44-33. As he'll have a chance for 1 more. Seib with 4 in the contest. A foul called on Rodriguez. It's his second. And Wentling will come out as he gets a nice hand from the Monarch faithful. Monarchs lead is 11. Seib will get 1 more. This free throw for Bryce is good. He rattled it home. 5 of the game for Seib. 45-33 with 4:05 to go here in the third quarter. Bryce converts on that 3-point play. Off a screen, Seib with Lang in his hip pocket will direct traffic. Wants a screen from Ethan Miller. He's going to pull up for 3. This one too strong, and work down with a rebound. Outlet up the floor to Seib. Bryce races to the left side, and it poked away. Kagan Keaton from behind knocked it away. But it will stay with TMP. Monarchs, actually it'll be Devin Johnson who checks in for Phillipsburg. He'll replace Rod Rodriguez. The freshman Rodriguez checks out, and Johnson back into the game. Guarding Worth. Here's a pass from Schulte on the inbounds. He'll get it to Lang. Now they dump it from Worth. Worth, a little bit of a double team, got pushed off the spot as well, kicks it out. On Ryan, who's back in there for TMP, gives it up to Lang. They'll post up Worth inside. He got into the baseline and scored. That one just crawled over the side of the rim as Worth scores inside again and has a chance for a 3-point play. 47-33. Worth just backed his way in there and drew the foul. It'll be the 4th team foul on Phillipsburg, and it's the 2nd on Devin Johnson. And now Lang checks out. Cade Harris comes and gets him with 3:37 to go in this 4th quarter. That was a long stint for that group, but they did a good job. The free throw for Worth, and he knocked it home. 15 for Worth. He had made 8 of his last 18 coming into the game. It's down in the 40s, really struggled. TMP leads 48-33. Kicks it out, Johnson, left side, Blackburn, and a blocking foul on TMP. Oh no, they called a legal screen on the left side. A legal screen on Devin Johnson. It's the 2nd on Johnson. It's already the 15th foul on Phillipsburg. This is almost the exact opposite of what had happened in the first half. TMP leads 48-33 against the pressure. Unrein cuts inside, goes up and spins it home. No, it rimmed off, but there's Whitling down with a rebound. Nobody checked Unrein, and Gavin got all the way to the rim, but just couldn't quite finish. He'll do it again. Left side scoop shot, and he finishes this time. 50-33 is Gavin Unrein with a scoop shot. Just because of that offensive rebound, here's a steal. Unrein took it away. Gavin left side for Harris. Cade leaves it for Schulte inside. Schulte will spin out and then throw it off of Whitling. Jace tried to save it, and it'll be a TMP turnover. Schulte decided not to take it up against the pressure inside, and Jace wasn't ready for it. I think Jace thought that he was going to shoot it, and so Jace put his head down and was headed to the inside, and Jackson Schulte will check out. Jackson, of course, was a no-go. He could not go on Tuesday. Didn't feel great. One of three that didn't feel great for TMP, and so he's really doing a good job here to stay in this ballgame as long as he did. There's Lang guarding Keaton. He'll pick up his dribble. Left side sides, drives, and goes in and banks it home. He worked his way around Unrein to score. That's a tough shot for Ty Sides, who has 12 in the contest. Monarchs up the floor under 2.5 to play here in this third quarter. 50-35. Monarchs with the lead. Lang for Harris. Cade drives into the circles. His pass deflected, taken away by Joel Ford. A great offensive possession that time for TMP. Now Sides will spin against Harris. Lower his shoulder, and they're going to bail him out. He had no intention of doing anything other than lowering his shoulder, and just you can't do anything about it. Foul on Harris will be Cade's second. Sides will throw it over the top. Keaton goes into the backcourt to get it. Side was right in his hip pocket. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. TMP lead is 15 at 50-35. Sides off a screen, guarded by Wentling. Now they try and post up with Johnson inside. Sides got all the way underneath and scores it on the up and under. He went to the reverse, and it's 50-37. Now TMP looks to run. Side spins into the double team, kicks it right side. Lang for three, that'll rattle off. Rebound is going to be knocked away from Johnson inside, and they'll call a foul on Worth. Official taps his shoulder after Worth asked him what he did. Monarchs had a pretty good look at a run out. Worth went over the top of him just a little bit, was on that shoulder. 50-37. Inside and scoring is Jeremy Ford, and he'll draw the foul on Worth. So 2 quick fouls on Dillon. He'll have 4. Set much of the second quarter, and now a chance at a three-point play. Again, it's 50-39. TMP lead by 17. But Phillipsburg, on a game of runs, gets right back to 11. And Ford's at the line to try and make it a 10-point game, as Worth will have to check out. Shot by Ford to draw the foul inside, and so go to the free throw line where he's 1 of 2. And he knocks it down. Oh, and now they're going to call a violation on TMP on the inbounds. And now the official at midcourt wants to talk it over with the official underneath. I think we want to re-look at it too. They say as Whitling was going, they say Whitling went out of bounds and was out of bounds when he had it and handed it to Jackson, and then Schulte stepped out of bounds. And that's, I don't think he ever really got out of bounds, but it's a turnover for TMP. So 11 TMP turnovers. Phillipsburg gets it back on the mistake by the Monarchs. There's a little pick and roll. Phillipsburg loses it out of bounds. So no harm, no foul. Back the other way. Monarchs will turn it over. Phillipsburg also has 11 turnovers now in the game. 1:23 to play in this third quarter. TMP's lead is 10 at 50-40, led by 17. But Phillipsburg is on a 7-0 run. Monarchs break the press, up the floor, bounce pass to Unrein. Gavin couldn't quite catch it cleanly, had to kick it out for Lang. Lucas goes up as it blocked out of bounds, and he touched it. Jeremy Ford blocked it. It was one of the twins. It was either Jeremy or Joel. And then Jeremy was the one who forced it to bounce off of Lang and out of bounds. Phillipsburg will get it back. 1:10 to play here in this third quarter. They're on a 7-0 run. TMP leads 50-10. Here's a handoff for Ty Sides. Drives. Ethan Leidig going to kick out three. No good. And we're going to get a foul underneath. It'll be on Phillipsburg. Jesse Blackburn. Nope, it's Jeremy Ford. Just cleared out Jace Wentling. And that's what the official what he did. He just shoved him out of the way, and Wentling hit the deck. TMP will get it back on the second foul on Jeremy Ford. And again, the extended pressure. Blackburn nearly knocked it away from Seib. He gets it to Schulte. Now at the floor, Monarchs have numbers on a pass. Here's a lob for Willing, who scores with a foul. He's got a chance at a three-point play. They lob it up the floor from Unrein to Whitling, and Jace finishes at the rim. TMP leads 52-40 on the bucket by Whitling inside. He's got a chance at a three-point play here with 52 seconds to play. Here in this third quarter, that fouls the third on Ford. And it's off the mark. Ethan Leidig down with a rebound. TMP still leads by 12 though, 52-40. 45 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Sides will get a screen from Jeremy Ford. TMP switches off with Wentling on him. Now Seib drives in rather, and he missed the layup. Rebound down to Wentling. Jace has 6 rebounds in the contest. Seib outruns everybody. Left side for Worth. He gets it, or rather to Schulte, as Leidig was on the deck. The pass to Seib, and then Bryce is going to draw the foul inside. It was Jackson who was cutting to that left side. And the foul will be called on Ford. It's on Joel. It's his third. That was a great fast break opportunity for TMP. Pass was just a little bit off the mark for Jackson Schulte on that left side. It's already the 8th foul on Phillipsburg. This is almost the exact opposite of what happened in the first half. TMP was over the limit as Seib knocks down a free throw. Bryce has 6 in the contest. It's 53-40. TMP was over the limit with a 6:14 mark in that second quarter. They were in the, Phillipsburg was in the double bonus. Seib knocks down a pair of free throws. 7 for Bryce. 54-40. TMP again up by 14. Brad Rodriguez back out there, guarded by Unrein. His pass to Ford. Backdoor pass knocked into the hands of Rodriguez. He can't quite score it inside. Got his own rebound, and then will be fouled on the way back up. Unrein will pick up the foul. Calling for a push. Not a lot there, but Rodriguez able to draw the foul. Unrein picks up his first. And now Rodriguez to the free throw line for the first time and knocks home the first free throw. 3 for the freshman, Rad Rodriguez. He's a 41% free throw shooter. 54-41. 9.5 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Second free throw good as well. Rod Rodriguez made them both. 54-42. Rodriguez has 4 in the game. Again, pressure nearly forces a TMP turnover. Lang gets it to Schulte. Schulte, right side. And they say traveled with it. Monarchs looked like they were going to have a fast break layup, but Schulte shuffled his feet on that right side. Phillipsburg has done a good job using that zone in spurt, or in that extended pressure in spurts that's forced TMP almost to get too fast, and that's what they want to do. Monarchs love to run, but Phillipsburg looks like their game plan is to make TMP, to run with TMP. But sometimes against the zone, you can't run faster than what you're capable of. Here's a baseball pass to Rodriguez, midcourt, right side Ford. He traveled with it before the shot. He banked it home, but he caught it and traveled with it with 0.4 of a second left. 12 turnovers for Phillipsburg. Monarchs will bring Worth back into the game with 0.4 seconds to go. I think they just want to throw it to him and try and get him to tip the basketball in. That's about all you can do. Rodriguez, they also bring Miller into the contest at Phillipsburg. Phillipsburg for a moment had too many on the floor. Now Worth has to make sure he doesn't get called for a push-off. Side will throw it to the basket, and it's off the backboard, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end. 54-42, TMP leads by 12 as we head to the fourth quarter. Redeem Designs road to a championship of the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Long, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Through three quarters of action, TMP on top of Phillipsburg 54-42 as we welcome you back into a fourth quarter. But if we've seen this once, we've seen it a dozen times. It's going to be a good one on the way to the finish between TMP and Phillipsburg. Monarchs have led by as many as 14 in the game, but Phillipsburg, every time TMP gets on a little run, Phillipsburg finds a way to cut into the deficit. Monarchs will start the quarter with Schulte, Seib, Whitling, Unrein, and Lang, the five on the floor. Here's a lob over the top as the Monarchs shoot down to our right for Seib. Bryce had it knocked out of his hands. He'll track it down in front of Coach Mayer. Bryce had again knocked out of his hands, and it will stay with TMP as the ball goes out of bounds. Sides picked it up out of bounds, but it was going to be off of Phillipsburg either way. The Monarchs will keep possession of the basketball. 7:36 to play here in this fourth quarter. TMP tried to force it into Whitling, and it's a turnover. Whitling didn't quite have the seal good enough to get in the inbounds pass, and Phillipsburg will get it back. TMP leads by 12, 54-42. Winner plays Minneapolis tomorrow afternoon for the 3A championship of the sub-state. Sides got Whitling off balance, but he was forced to kick it to Keeton. Here's a backdoor pass right side of the pick and roll. Johnson missed it. Good defense by Whitling, and then the rebound down to Rodriguez. He can't finish inside. Got his own miss, and then he'll put up the shot and score it. 54-44 as Rodriguez stayed with it. Right side, TMP will break the press. Rodriguez now with 6 in the contest. Under 7 minutes to go in this one. Seib will hand it for Schulte. Jackson, left side, guarded by Sides, will drive, kick it for Bryce Seib. Bryce gets mugged on the way inside, no call, but he goes in and scores it anyway. He just split the defense and banked it home. 56-44 on the bucket for Bryce Seib. Bryce had a big game. Bryce has 9 in the game. 6.5 to play in this one. TMP leads by 12. Right side, they'll post up. Devin Johnson spins, and now he traveled with it. He tried to use that little drop step spin move, but he traveled working against Gavin Unrein. And now Worth will check in for TMP. He'll replace Jace Whitling, and Cade Harris was going to come in for Bryce Seib. It'll be Worth, Unrein, Lang, Harris, and Schulte, the 5 on the floor. 6:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. TMP's lead is double figures. Schulte gets it into Harris. Cade will stop, give it right back to Jackson with 6:15 to go here in this fourth quarter across the timeline to Unrein. Gavin out of Harris, right side. He'll kick it for Schulte. Schulte finds Lang. So closing on 6 minutes to go in this one. TMP much more methodical offensively. Worth trying to post up inside, but he's got 2 guys hanging all over him the entire time. Worth is being mugged inside. Here's a great pass, and he'll score it anyway. 58-44 as he spun to the baseline and scores it. Up the floor, Joel Ford got bumped by Schulte on that baseline and will get a foul. Worth now is 17 in the game. He had 25, a career high in the win over Phillipsburg the last meeting, as Schulte will pick up the foul. That'll be the first on Jackson, and it's the 15th foul on TMP with 5:47 to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP brought Whitling right back into the game in place of Gavin Unrein. Off the inbound. Seib just lowers his shoulder and bowls into a defender. He's able to kick it out right side. Kagan Keaton with it. He'll drive in. He almost traveled with it. Here's a kick out for Leidig. Can't line drive the 3 home, but Rodriguez down with a rebound. Now he uses up his power dribble and is in trouble on the backside, but able to get it out of there for Sides. He'll take the 3. It's short. Rebound down to Schulte. Then Schulte is going to collide with Ethan Leidig, and it'll be a foul on Leidig, and free throws for Jackson Schulte. It'll be a 1-and-1. So Ethan Leidig will pick up the foul. It'll be his first. The official explaining to Leidig, you have to let him come down. You can't just try and undercut him or be in the defensive position as he hits the floor. Schulte's first free throw is good. Jackson with 11 in the contest. TMP leads 59-44. Monarchs have scored 5 straight. Schulte's a 79% free throw shooter. Second Schulte free throw is good. 12 of the game for Jackson. The lead grows to 60-44. And a timeout on the floor. Got a break here for both teams to catch their breath. By the way, Schulte into double figures. He has 12 in the game. He scored in double figures in 21 of 23 games on the season. Timeout gives, it's actually the 21st game that he scored in double figures this season. He's played in only now 22 of the 23 for TMP. Only game he didn't score in double figures was that loss to Hayes High in the Hayes City shootout. As Coach Mayer gets the timeout. Earlier today, Minneapolis held off Norton 53-30. They were down double digits in that game, but the Lions rallied to beat the Blue Jays here on their home floor, which is a feat in and of itself. At Stoll Gymnasium, in a postseason game, you beat a good Norton team at home. That's a feat. Out of the timeout, Monarchs will settle back into a zone. Here's a kick out 3 that's good for Kagan Keaton. Out of the timeout, he drills his first 3 of the contest, and now Harris's pass is knocked away and stolen. Blackburn with it. Blackburn then at his pocket pick. Schulte will steal it. And then a reach-in foul called on Blackburn from behind. Schulte's hit it back to the free throw line. That could have been a disaster. TMP lost it on a pass from Harris in a double team that got knocked away. And then Leidig had it stolen by Schulte. They tried to bring Harris or side back into the game, but it's a 2-shot foul. So Schulte will get to shoot his first free throw, and this one rimmed off. Schulte had made 4 straight before then. He's got 12 in the contest, and again, a 79% free throw shooter. UP leads 60-47, just over 5 minutes to play in this one. A side will come back in for Harris. And the second free throw is good for Jackson Schulte. Schulte with 13 in the game, makes 1 of 2 at the line, 61-47. TMP with the lead. Side thought about a 3, splits the defense, lost it. Stolen by Whitling. Jace up the floor, left side, will go in, have it blocked by Ford, into the hands of Worth. Worth gets mugged on the way inside and will go to the free throw line. Phillipsburg wanted to travel. He did, but he got fouled. Good hustle by Joel Ford not to quit on that play following the turnover. Blocked that shot. Call it. As the free throw by Worth is off the mark, no good. Called on Rod Rodriguez, it's his 3rd. Again, Dillon has really struggled at the line. Just 1 of 4 in the contest so far, now 1 of 5. And he will miss this one as well. 1 of 6 at the free throw line of the game for Worth. Right side, Rodriguez has it on the right low block. They'll kick it out for Keaton, who just knocked down a 3 a moment ago. He's open on a pass from Sides. Here's a rainbow 3 that's short on the front of the rim, tracked down by Lang. Lang up the floor to side. Bryce, right side, will get a shot blocked, and they call a jump ball. Ford blocked it from behind. He got how he did not hit Seib and knock him down on the layup. His body was all over the top of him, but Ford blocks the shot, and it's a jump ball, and the alternate possession goes back the other way. Ford has blocked 2 shots from behind on what would have been potential TMP layups. Sure looked like he was going to foul Seib on that layup attempt. Here's Blackburn with it. Blackburn will drive in on Whitling. Can't put up the jumper, or got it up, but can't finish. And now Seib's down with the rebound. As Bryce, guarded by Keaton, will spin away from him, get it to Lucas right across midcourt. Here's a pass over the top for Schulte. Jackson will drive into the lane, now kick it out. So he nearly traveled with it. The official was going to call it, but then didn't. And now here's a pass inside from Seib to Worth, who scores. 19 in the game for Worth, and it's 63-47. Everybody kind of waited because they thought the official was going to call it. I think he thought there was a 3, and on the other end we're going to get an offensive foul called. Seib stands in and draws it. Ty Sides will pick up the foul, and that'll wave off the bucket. Sides will pick up that foul. Good job by Bryce Seib to stand his ground and draw the offensive foul. Turnover on Phillipsburg, their 16th of the game. Back to TMP. Here's a pass deflected by Blackburn, but Seib gets it back. TMP's got a 3-on-2, and Schulte will decide not to attack and extend the pressure, or extend the clock just a little bit. Seib with it. Rodriguez is holding Worth inside. He had his jersey in his hand. There's a drive right side. Good catch by Whitling, but then it's knocked out of bounds. They say last touched by Phillipsburg, as Whitling tried to rifle it for his fellow post player inside Worth, and it's out of bounds. Monarchs haven't done a great job of taking care of the basketball here against this pressure. Phillipsburg has sped him up. TMP loves to play fast. Julius Stutterheim is in for the first time for Phillipsburg. Stutterheim, the sophomore's only played now in 9 games all year long. He's in there now as they look to extend the pressure against TMP. Worth flashes inside, right side, and scores it. Worth now with 21 in the game, 65-47. 3 minutes to play here in this one. Here's a quick 3 by Stutterheim, and he missed it. Whitling then has it poked away, out of bounds, last touched by Rodriguez, and it will stay with TMP. Worth with back-to-back field goals for the Monarchs. So they lead 65-47. Dolan's done a great job of flashing on the reverse. If they look, he's open. Uses that 6'6" frame to find a way to get some space. Now on the inbound, Seib will get it to Schulte. He'll race up this near sideline. Sides nearly poked it away, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by TMP as Schulte had a dive to save the possession for TMP. Stutterheim was right there, as was Ty Sides. Schulte tried to split the double team at midcourt that you knew was coming. I think sometimes that the pressure from Phillipsburg just gets TMP a little bit too fast. And Coach, we talk about it all the time. They love to play fast, but there's a limit to what you can play and how fast you can play. And then with the physicalness of Phillipsburg on top of it, this was not what the game looked like the first time it's between these two teams. TMP leads 65-47. The first time it was 57-44 in a low-scoring, grinded out game. But Phillipsburg has decided that they wanted to play fast today, and TMP has been more than happy to run with them. 2:45 to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP leads 65-47, and now a foul and free throws. There was a double team on Bryce Seib, and Kagan Keaton reached in. 2 free throws here could give TMP a 20-point lead. Seib will shoot 2. Minneapolis Lions waiting in the on-deck circle for the winner of this one. And the free throw too strong for Seib. Bryce had made 3 in a row before that. Big game for him. He matches his season high in this one tonight with 9. This could give him a season high if he could knock down this free throw. That foul, by the way, was the second on Keaton. And Seib can't quite convert on the free throw. Keaton will come down with a rebound. TMP leads 65-47, 2:35 to play in the fourth quarter. Keaton will play it left side. Here's Sides. He'll take the 3. This one off the side of the rim. Seib down with a rebound, and then Sides ties him up. Alternate possession will belong to TMP. There's another Sides that wears a Phillipsburg uniform that does that a lot too. That's ready to get a steal when you come down to the rebound. TMP will see her tomorrow night. And that matchup is TMP takes on the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers in the championship game tomorrow. Taryn Sides leads the MCL with over 6 assists or steals per contest. She does that a lot. TMP trying to play keep away here on the other side. Closed in on 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Monarch faithful now with a round of applause, knowing that their Monarchs are close to punching the ticket to tomorrow at a doubleheader, which ought to be a lot of fun here at Norton. Schulte will split the defense again with 1:50 to go. Phillipsburg with Stutterheim trying to reach in and steal it, and now the Monarchs are just going to dribble away, and then they get a foul called on Ethan Miller. The sophomore will pick up the foul. I don't know if he was trying to take it. He's trying to make it difficult to dribble, and now Coach Sides is going to call the Dogs off. Going to see 2 free throws for Schulte. That, by the way, is actually the second foul on Ethan Miller. And Schulte to the line to shoot 2. Well, now they changed it. Here's the free throw. It's good for Schulte. Schulte with 14 of the contest. So it's just the first. Ty Sides will check out. Senior. A big hug for Coach on the sideline. And there's Dad here. As the second free throw is good for Jackson Schulte. 15 in the game for Schulte. He's a perfect 8 of 8 at the free throw line. 67-47. TMP with the lead. Trace Hatchett, the freshman, came in for the first time. Stutterheim back out there as well. 1:30 to go in this one. TMP's lead is 20. Final 90 seconds. As TMP ready to bring in a couple of seniors. That's Hatchett with it. He'll hand it for Joel Ford. Ford, the junior, he gives it up as they work with Ethan Miller. 1:15 and counting. Also into the contest as here's a near turnover by Phillipsburg. Mentioned Stutterheim as Joel Ford will drive in, missed the shot. Rebound inside, no good on the first opportunity. And here's the second chance in inside for Phillipsburg. With 1:02 to play here in this fourth quarter. So 25 out of the program. And not on the roster that we were given. So Dylan Worth will check out. The Monarch faithful are going to give a round of applause to this group that comes off the floor. Dylan Worth, he finishes with 21 in the contest. Jace Whitling, Jackson Schulte, Lucas Lang all check out. Hayden Brown, Andrew Schwartz, Ian Chu, Trenton Romey, and Kitten Ginther all check in for TMP. So, again, the roster we have, and in fact, a couple of rosters. I have 3 rosters for Phillipsburg. 25 is not on either, or all 3 of them. Free throw's good. So 1 of 2 at the line, and TMP will turn it over. It's 67-48. Monarchs with the lead. 1:02 to play after the turnover. TMP on their way to a matchup with Minneapolis tomorrow. So they look to key it in, and they'll throw it away. Miller threw it away. So Monarchs will get possession of the basketball after the turnover, so both teams turn it over with their other group in there. 1 minute to go, 67-48. TMP up the floor, left side layup for Trenton Romey is good, and he gets fouled with a chance at a 3-point play. Romey scores to put TMP on top 69-48 on his first field goal of the contest, and he'll head back to the line where he's 0 for 2. And then Phillipsburg, it's going to be called for a lane violation. He misses the free throw, so they'll redo it. Phillipsburg tried to switch guys on the lane. The Phillipsburg Panther who just made the free throw was Rhett Shelton, the freshman. The lane violation. Phillipsburg tried to switch somebody who was not on the line in the lane with somebody who was, and Romeo will get a second chance at it, and he misses this one too. Got a line drive that one. Rebound out of Phillipsburg. 50 seconds to go on this one. Shelton with it. They'll kick it right side. Kick out three for Trace. Hatchett misses everything. Ian Chu down with a defensive rebound for TMP. 40 seconds to go on this one. TMP leads 69 to a 48. Andrew Schwartz traveled with it in the front court against that pressure from Phillipsburg. TMP has had a little bit of a rough go against that pressure in the contest. Not just this group, the first group as well. Shelton with it left side. 30 seconds to go in this one. TMP leading by 21. Inside, Shelton can't score it over Romy. And Rhett Shelton set to the free throw line where will shoot two. It'll be the 16th foul on TMP. Actually, it's the 7th now. Romy picks up his third. Shelton, who just made one of two at the line a moment ago, will shoot two more. Free throw, good. (69-49). 24.9 seconds to go in this one. Second one for Shelton is good. He's 3 of 4 at the line. TMP leads 69 to 50. Kitten Ginther will hand it off to Schwartz. And now to Ian Chu. 15 seconds to go. TMP leads by 19. Saden Brown, Kitten Ginther with it. And that's going to do it. Monarch faithful will come to their feet with 5 seconds to go. And the TMP Monarch boys and girls will play in their respective championship games tomorrow here at the 3A Sub-State in Norton with a trip to the state tournament riding on it. It's a TMP 69-50 victory. And they will get the Minneapolis Lions in tomorrow afternoon's matchup here from Stoll Gymnasium in Norton as the Monarchs take on the Lions at 5 o'clock tomorrow. TMP wins by the final of 69 to 50 and improve now to 19-4 on the season. Phillipsburg will finish their year 10-12 as TMP wins by the final here of 69 to 50. We'll wrap it up when we return after a quick break along the Monarch Sports Network. Of course, it is the Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship and the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
I got our Adams Brown post-game show. The TMP-Marian Monarch boys come away with a 69-50 victory over the Phillipsburg Panthers as they are on to take on the Minneapolis Lions in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. It's at 5 o'clock here at Stoll Gymnasium. Girls will play the early game, and then TMP will follow up with the boys game. It'll basically be treated as two different games because they're going to make everybody leave the gymnasium, and then if you're a TMP fan and you have your voucher for the second game, so if you're coming for the girls game and then you want to stay for the boys game, you got to have that voucher to be let back in. So they'll make everybody leave and then everybody come back in. So the girls will play at 2, the boys play at 5. TMP boys win 69-50. Again, back into Stoll Gymnasium. Quick recap of the contest. TMP would start the game on a 7-0 run. Phillipsburg would get it to just a couple of points, a handful of times in that early quarter. TMP was able, though, to build a 10-point lead at the end of one at 18-8. They led briefly by 11, but Phillipsburg would cut it right back to 6. And then TMP on a quick run led 26-16. Phillipsburg, though, would answer down 26-16. They would outscore TMP 8-3 to cut it to 29-24. TMP led 34-26. Thanks to that Jackson Schulte 3 at the end of that first half to make it 34-26. TMP would extend the lead into the third quarter thanks to two different runs. It was a quick little 8-2 run to go up 42-28. Phillipsburg got it back to 9. After 5 straight by tie sides, TMP would answer back on an 8-0 run and go up 60-33. Gavin Unrind with that bucket inside kind of capped off that little run. They got, it was 2 field goals by Worth, and then Unrind also on the inside helped TMP lead at that point by 17, 50-33. Phillipsburg was able to cut the deficit back to 10, and TMP again led by 14. They would lead by 12 through 3 at 54-42, but the fourth quarter dominated by TMP. They would lead by 10 at 54-44, and then would end up with what ended up being 15-4 run to lead 69-48 and go on to win 69-50. So a great finish for the Monarchs as they come away with the victory. Your ticket to an athletic event is a privilege to watch students learn on the playing court. Unruly behavior is unacceptable in the classroom, and the sports arena is a classroom. Good sportsmanship is a lesson to be learned by players and spectators. Remember, sportsmanship provides a human touch. Kansas State High School Activity Association and Eagle Radio and HaysPost.com encourage you to make more sportsmanship a primary concern as you support your chosen team. Again, TMP wins by the final 69-50. So Monarchs will take on the Minneapolis Lions at tomorrow's 5 o'clock championship game. It'll be TMP and Phillipsburg on the girls' side, TMP and Minneapolis on the boys' side. Again, our final here is 69-50. Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. Don't forget, we're on the Redeemed Designs Road to a Championship here at 99.5 KHAZ and online at HaysPost.com.